In a sweeping move to reshape the federal workforce, President Donald Trump's administration has initiated the termination of thousands of federal employees across various agencies. This action aligns with the administration's commitment to reducing government size and eliminating what it perceives as inefficiencies within the federal bureaucracy. A significant number of these terminations target employees in their probationary period, typically those hired within the past year and lacking full civil service protections. The Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, has reported the dismissal of over 1,000 such employees, while the U.S. Forest Service is set to release more than 3,000 workers. These figures underscore the extensive reach of the current layoffs. The Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, is also undergoing substantial reductions, with plans to terminate approximately 3,600 probationary employees. Officials emphasize that these cuts are methodical, aiming to preserve critical roles such as those of CDC and FDA scientists, frontline healthcare workers, and Medicare staff. This approach is intended to maintain essential public health functions while addressing perceived bureaucratic excess. The Small Business Administration, SBA, has not been exempt from these measures, terminating about 720 employees, which constitutes roughly 20% of its permanent workforce. Similarly, the Department of Education has begun issuing termination notices to at least 60 probationary employees across various offices, including civil rights, federal student aid, communications, and legal departments. These actions reflect a broad-based effort to streamline operations within federal agencies. Central to this initiative is the newly established Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk. DOGE's mandate is to identify and eliminate government fraud, waste, and misuse of taxpayer funds. Under Musk's direction, the department has targeted several agencies for restructuring or closure, including NASA, the Department of Education, and the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. These actions have sparked debates regarding the future of these institutions and the services they provide. The administration's aggressive approach has not been without controversy. Critics argue that the mass firings jeopardize vital public services and are driven more by ideological motives than genuine cost-saving measures. Concerns have been raised about the potential impact on tax collection efficiency, especially with impending layoffs at the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. Additionally, efforts to dismantle civil service protections and reduce foreign aid have led to legal challenges and public outcry. Federal employee labor unions have been vocal in their opposition, filing lawsuits to challenge the legality of these actions. Some judges have responded by issuing temporary blocks on certain measures, such as the attempted shutdown of USAID. These legal battles highlight the contentious nature of the administration's strategy and its broader implications for federal employment practices. Within the federal workforce, the atmosphere is one of shock and uncertainty. Many employees express feelings of betrayal and frustration, particularly those who have dedicated years of service to their respective agencies. The abrupt nature of the terminations has exacerbated concerns about job security and the future of public service careers under the current administration. Proponents of the layoffs argue that a leaner federal government will lead to increased efficiency and reduced taxpayer burden. They contend that eliminating redundant positions and streamlining operations are necessary steps toward a more effective administration. However, the long-term effects of these mass firings on public service delivery and employee morale remain to be seen. As the situation continues to evolve, the full impact of these workforce reductions will become clearer. The administration's commitment to overhauling the federal bureaucracy represents a significant shift in governance philosophy, one that will undoubtedly shape the future of federal employment and public service in the United States.